So real quickly, I just want to talk about this Simone vs Yanez fight, which ended in a majority draw, which caused a lot of outrage, with multiple people saying Yanez won round one very clearly, which I don't agree with. I felt round one was as close as a round can be, and to say Yanez won it clearly, I feel like a lot of people fell for the bias in the commentary. As you can see on the verdict fan scorecard, fans did have Simone winning round 1 and 2, and I saw a lot of people on Twitter who felt the fight was 2018 going into round 3 and that Yanez needed a finish. The issue with this fight is that because of the camera angle, it's really hard to see which strikes actually landed clean. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to show all of Simone's strikes thrown, not necessarily landed strikes, but just strikes thrown. And then I'll do the same for Yanez, and then we'll break it down a bit closer.
He knows the takedown's coming.
That's the level to the point that Simone couldn't be this head level.
That's what we do in wrestling too, right? You just get your head down.
Yep, I always tell my kids, match his head level.
Body early as well.
Down and just ground control time by his opponent, was unable to just get back to his feet.
Which is like a gate. At the same time, that's body. It's a great plan by Simone.
Find ways to throw punches and make hands up.
On the shoot, that's what you do center line all the time with his footwork, and that's making it hard for Simone to
Takedowns, that's second behind only Marag Dawala. Nice jab again.
both sides.
Ooh, step in.
Yanez right now, and the footwork too. Staying stationary makes it a lot tougher to get a takedown that way.
Striker, and right now you see that. Simone landed one there.
Yeah, we saw.
It's just right now he's trying to figure out the distance.
Simone starting to
Yanez
up end of the first round.
But Yanez is going to have to be able to do this for 50.
Okay, now we'll look at Adrian's strikes.
It's the level to the point that...
There you go, baby, dude.
Defeated at the time. Unable to just get back to his feet.
Yanez's legs, it goes down when you throw the body. The arms are in place to stop the takedown.
To escape.
If punches and make to get his hands up to the legs.
Yes, out of there. Nice shot.
I love how
Takedowns, that's second all takedown. In his UFC run.
quick trend because we want to see stand up.
Seconds to go, round one. Nice jab again.
Moving side to side, popping that Simone reaching right now.
It makes it a lot tougher to get a takedown that way.
Yanez is the guy that's supposed to win this fight. He's a better striker. He's much cleaner. And right now you see that. Simone landed one there.
Yeah, we figure out the distance.
Simone.
But Yanez is going to have to be able to do this for 15 minutes. Because Rick is going to push.
Okay, so as you can see, both guys did struggle with the range a lot. There was a lot of misses. The majority of Adrian's significant strikes were jabs, which were thrown more as a rangefinder, and it's really hard to see how clean a lot of them actually landed. Simone did have a partially landed knee, which I don't think landed too clean. He did have 2 really nice calf kicks and 1 really nice body kick, and he did land 2 really nice hooks, which I'll show in a minute.
There you go, baby.
Yanez lay down.
It is your. It is your.
So this slip here was, to me, Yanez's most significant strike of round 1. I'm actually surprised it didn't draw more of a reaction from Simone. It didn't seem to bother him much.
Reaching right now. Always tell my kids, match his head level.
Heavy.
With his footwork.
Behind only Marag Dawala. Nice jab again.
On both sides.
Ooh, step in knee from.
The footwork too. Never staying stationary. It makes it a lot tougher.
He's much cleaner. And right now you see.
It's just right now he's trying to figure out the distance.
Simone.
So that sequence I just showed there is the one I wanted to talk about with the hooks. At 34 seconds left in round 1, Simone lands a nice lead hook that just gets above the glove of Adrian Yanez. It's nothing too significant. Then with 24 seconds left, they both trade lead hooks. And again, Yanez had his guard down and Simone's did find the chin, whereas Yanez's landed on the forearm of Simone. And then as Yanez tries to exit out, he gets caught with a rear hook. And this is what did draw a visible reaction from Yanez. And to be fair, I think this was the only significant strike that Daniel Cormier actually reacted to for Simone. When we look at some of the biggest reactions from Yanez's strike, This one actually landed on the shoulder. This missed. Again, shoulder. Jab landed clean here, but Simone did land his own short hook at the same time. Now this straight by Yanez, which got a loud reaction, was actually parried by Simone. And at 255, this really nice strike actually just landed to the chest. And the jab landed clean. Simone did kind of land his own strike as Yanez was coming in, but nowhere near as significant. A lot of the jabs Yanez was throwing, which is why he has so many significant strikes, were just rangefinders. So when we look at the UFC's official stats, they had 12 significant strikes for Ricky Simone with 16 for Adrian Yanez. But I don't agree with this. I often don't agree with the UFC's official stats, as you can see, a lot of the strikes from Yanez did not land clean. And Simone actually landed a lot more significant strikes, which I feel he didn't get credited with. I felt that the kicks, although there wasn't many, there was 2 nice calf kicks and 1 nice body kick from Simone, was enough to win this round. The commentators did not react to a single one of these strikes from Simone. Another thing to remember is that the judges don't have these live strikes that we see. So per the scoring criteria, when a round is completely even, that is when the judges can start moving down the criteria and looking into things like octagon control and pressure, aggression, which again all favours Simone. It's like saying, well, it wasn't even per the official strikes, but they do not have access to that. And when you look at the actual significant strikes, it was as close to even as can be, if not an advantage for Simone. So I would recommend people just rewatch round 1 without the commentary on and see if you have a different opinion now that it's not live, because I don't know what the outrage is about. Obviously, if it wasn't round by round scoring, Yanez won this fight clearly, and I don't know how people can be upset at 10-8 in round 3 just because he didn't completely dominate the round. If there was a few more seconds left in that round, that fight was done. So to me, that's perfect 10-8. But I did think the judges did a good job on scoring round 1 and 2. And I felt this was a good example of a draw.